Um, and I feel like that was a like, it's the same thing. Colin Kaepernick once upon a time sued the NFL, but you can't take talent because talent plays on the field. Coaches, you could you could tell them sit your ass down. So I'm not saying that's a conspiracy theory, but I feel like that's one of the reasons. The other reasons is like a lot of people are not given opportunities because everybody's looking at offensive minded, offensive minded. When you look at assistant black coaches, what's the first thing that a lot of them? They are defensive coaches. There's nothing wrong with that. You've seen defensive coaches get hired, but the NFL likes to do what? Score the football. They want offensive minded coaches. And there's not a lot of black offensive coordinators. See, nobody's not talking about that. Byron Leftwich, he doesn't have a job, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah,
Raheem Morris, who just got fired, was a defensive head coach. He just got fired after 1 year in Atlanta Falcons too. I don't know what that's about. The coach from the Jets, he's a defensive minded coach. In my opinion, he's probably going to get fired next year, which is wrong. Todd Bowles, Todd Bowles, I give credit though. He ain't just the defensive head coach. He's a freaking genius. But you see, how did Todd Bowles get his job? Bruce Arian, who's a Caucasian man, made it known he wanted to be his successor. They didn't have no say so because he won them he had Tom Brady clout and he won them a Super Bowl. See, so like sometimes we need help, not just the Rooney Rule, from different people to give us that lead into head coaching. You know, of course the Houston Texans, I don't know why I forgot his name, the head coach. He's a great head coach. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're talking about.
His downfall is probably gonna be CJ Stroud, who's not playing up to his level. You know what I'm saying? So like, cause it's only like if I'm not mistaken, those are the only three, right? Yeah. Um,
Well,
the Jets, the
right.
Houston Texans, and who did I name?
Um,
Wait, that's it. I think it's only two head coaches, right? Two.
I
Oh, Todd
thought oh,
Bowles and
Todd
Todd
Bowles.
Bowles.
Right,
and,
right.
and and I feel like the Jets are next on the map. I made a joke, but you can't put Robert Salah in there, but he wants to. He's Middle Eastern. He wants to. He doesn't want to
Well,
claim black. So you know how that
I,
go. You know how that go. You know how that
I,
go. I know black. I know black. I know black.
yeah, I don't bring. I don't bring. Well,
I know
I
black.
say,
So you know how
I,
that go. You
I
know how
say this,
that go.
man. I'll say this. You make some good points there, but also we got a long way to go as far as still getting those opportunities. Because if you look at what happened, transpired with the Cleveland Browns and then the Atlanta Falcons,
Mm,
that set us that set us back. You got
mm.
you got to listen. The Atlanta Falcons is a black team. Let's keep it real. That's a black team. You ever watch Atlanta Falcons
Black
play?
culture.
Black culture. They with it. You know they want the smoke. You ever watch a Atlanta Falcons game? You look in the stands, ain't nothing but us representing the Falcons. Okay,
Which is true. Yes.
now you're gonna turn around and hire that dude that did that to Shador.
Makes no
Yo, it,
sense. Makes
it
no
make it
sense.
make it make sense. The optics
Makes
of
no
that is so
sense.
bad. The optics of that is so bad. Like really, like what Deion Sanders the other day said on
I seen it.
you already
First
see.
take.
He said, "Yo, I will never coach in the NFL," and that's a great reason why I wouldn't. I probably would think about it too because, yo, man, why would you do that? And why would you treat his son like that? And then you're gonna
Straight
hire this
garbage.
dude. Then you're gonna hire this dude with practically the city's black and everybody there is gonna be black supporting the team, and you hire him as a head coach. That that to me was like, maybe I'm going too strong with words, man. It was like almost like a spit in the face.
It was. No, you're not. You're not.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it's almost like you sabotage them on purpose, knowing that I can always get another job, knowing
Right.
that
And
no
and
matter
and
what I could do, so I'm
right.
gonna just do it on despite. You didn't. Now they said,
Right.
oh, because we drafted a quarterback before him, so we're gonna use Dylan Gabriel. Okay, cool, but everybody
Right.
know he wasn't better than him. You made a big deal, spectacle with Joe Flacco. You actually started Joe Flacco.
Right.
Like, just think about that. Okay, even though Joe Flacco played on the Cincinnati Bengals, he got traded. he could play for a better team, a winning team. And then you had Kenny Pickett. You made him go through. You gave him no reps. You treated him like a kid, like that. Just then, like you did bad. But then you kept
Right.
calling him the player. And then when he's still playing in the game, he started playing good. He played okay. He didn't play great, but he played. He had flashes. Which he's a rookie. He would have. And then all of a sudden, you get fired, and or he part ways, or he got fired, whatever. Anyway, but you get another job, and now it's like, okay, now it's all good. It's all good.
Yo, man,
Come on, man. Come on,
the
man.
privilege and the entitlement is sick. It's crazy.
It's
It,
insane. It's
it's insane,
insane.
and they know that. You know what I mean? And
What
you
can
know,
you do though?
what can you do? Like you said, there's nothing you can do but just keep trying to crack through that systemic situation and just keep doing the best you can do, man. But it's terrible. Like when I saw them hire that dude, I was saying like, man, this is like throwing it right in your face. Like, yeah, you nothing you can do about this, man. We just do what we want. You know what I'm saying? So it'll
And
be
it's
interesting to see how Atlanta fans will actually take to this guy. I just don't. I mean, I heard he's a good coach, but to me, when you
good
start treating
coach.
people like that, I don't care how good a coach you are. I can really care less, man.
You see his attitude throws off. You see how he's a good coach. It makes you not even care about him being a good coach.
No.
It kind of like messes up his thing. Like you're a good coach, but nobody's not going to pay attention to your good coach because you're an a hole. Like
Right now, the way you treated that person it
yeah,
questions your credibility is in question now. You understand what I'm saying? As a
yeah,
person treating people fairly, you know what I mean? Dealing with racial situations. It sent a lot of bad messages when they did that. So,
it
you know,
did, it did,
yeah,
it did.
but yeah, it's gonna be interesting going forward. Um,
It's
but like I
only
said,
one. It's not a lot of candidates to be black coaches. It's only one, and he's in Notre Dame, and he's Marcus Freeman, but he doesn't want to come out right now. So
right,
like it's not a lot of candidates like people think they are. Eric Bieniemy just got back with the Kansas City Chiefs. Should have never left, in my opinion, but he probably had to because they, what I mean. In my opinion, I
well,
feel like Andy Reid should have gave him more leeway with the offense because I don't want
maybe
to,
maybe
so
the
they
reason why he's coming back because maybe Andy Reid, maybe
he's
he
up there.
he's
He's
gonna be
up
gone.
there.
He's
He's
gonna
up
be
there.
gone. This guy may come in and be the successor. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe that's why they brought it back.
Yo, it's funny because they haven't been the same offense since he left. When you think about it,
Right.
they run a game has disappeared. They haven't. They have no discipline or difficult. They always get called on holding. I know it's weird. He's the glue. But then you know what? I got this feeling. Andy Reid will retire, and they'll still hire somebody else. Like
Well,
that's how it is,
it's
yo.
the network that we can't really that's why I get so mad when I hear these things about DEI and all this foolishness. Man. It makes me upset because it's like, I mean, a lot of times we're overqualified for those jobs.
Absolutely.
We still don't get the opportunities, and it's really sad. Like I saw a clip on, I think it was on, say what platform was on TikTok, man. It was this old woman talk show host. You guys might have seen. And the show, of course, the topic was racism and racist. So the woman just said, you know what? If you're gonna be 100% racist, then your day to day, you should be aware of what those people contributed to your day to day. So basically, what she was saying is that all the things we invented, right, was going down the list, man, from elevators to this to that to this to flames. And if you really are straight up racist, don't use none of those appliances.
Yeah, yeah. Don't
Yo,
don't
real
do
talk. She
that.
said, "Yo, if you really about that life and you really feel that way, then don't use none of these appliances." And then I'm quite sure somebody with some common sense on that and said, "That's almost impossible because if they invented all that stuff, I use all that stuff every single day." So it's like kind of weird how these people, basically us, people that look like us back in the day, put this place on the map with our labor and our invention. but to this day, we can't even get a head coaching job. You know, just put things in
Damn shame.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
Damn
kind of
shame.
crazy, man. And I'm quite sure in our own day to days we experience our own stuff day to day. You know, depending on where we at and how we moving and all this and that. But that stuff touches you every so often. You see it. You know what I
It
mean?
does. It
And
does.
you just got to deal with it. You know what I mean? Accordingly. You know? So yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just and the way things are going on right now, man, and like just a sidebar from sports, like politically, it's crazy out here.
Not getting
It's
no better.
it's not getting any better, man. So I don't know what's going to happen, what's going to make the difference, and what's going to change the dynamic. But you know, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see. You know,
Yeah, so let's sidebar. Since we're talking about coaches,
yeah,
let's go back to the Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick this week didn't get into the Hall of Fame, was voted 10 votes short of getting in the Hall of Fame.
right.
You know,
Now maybe you know dudes were very jealous of Belichick because he got that young lady, that young girl with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a lot of jealous people don't like to see that. I don't know.
yo,
But,
man.
but let me just say this. I'm just joking. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I just threw that out.
Oh, man, yo.
I said
I
that
ain't
too.
knocking him.
I was like,
I ain't
man,
knocking him. I ain't knocking him.
Belichick ain't playing around, man. You know, he that dude, right? So, but what I'm saying is this, man. You know, on some real stuff. For him not to be a first ballot guy getting in on the first, you know, is it says a lot about. Again, I'm gonna use this word because it's starting to affect a lot of sports.
Go ahead. Go
The,
ahead. Go
the
ahead.
integrity and the process of some of these things, okay? Especially the integrity part, because I don't care how you feel about this. I don't care about the flake gate. I don't care about none of that. This dude should be in the Hall of Fame. I got what? How many Super Bowls? 6 of them?
Yeah,
8 of them?
six. He got no.
Whatever.
He got no. Excuse me. He has eight.
He
He has
has
eight.
8 Super Bowl rings, man. More than any player, any person in the NFL. And
Mm-hmm.
you gonna turn around and smack him in the face and go, nah, man, you ain't going to the Hall of Fame, man. This is like somebody's bad way of getting back at him. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna say this is equivalent, but I'm just giving you an example. You remember how they did Pete Rose?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, listen, yeah, Pete Rose did what he did. But as far as from a baseball player perspective, that motherfucker did his thing, all right? I'm sorry to use a petty. He did his thing, right? So now y'all waited just to punish him, you waited till the dude passed away and then you postpartum him into the Hall of Fame, man. What kind of foolishness is that? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you call that, especially when you put somebody in something after the fact. I think it's postpartum, right? Is that
Yeah.
what that's the phrase? Well, you know, it's kind of it's kind of messed up. Okay. Now with Belichick, they just like, yo, man, we just gonna just show you that, you know, somebody must really didn't like him on that voting panel. A few
You
people
know
because
who? You know who? I said his name. Bill Pullen with his old ass.
okay.
His old wrinkled stink ass. Yo, listen, man. Yo, yeah. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, he needs to stop.
Yo,
He needs to stop. He was. All this started, of course, with the Spygate, right? Because he did it against Eric Mangini, and Eric Mangini used to be the coach. That says he told him, "Stop doing it. Don't do that against me." We all know the story, right? But it wasn't just him. Rest in peace. It was Mike Shula. I said his name, Mike Shula,
Mike
from
Shula.
Miami Dolphins, right? He passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yo, what's the line that he always said from the 72 Dolphins? He said, right? He would coach the 72
Yeah,
Dolphins, right?
yeah. 72 dollars.
He
Yeah, yeah.
says, Bill Belichick. I mean, when he said it, it like echoed the words. Like,
Wait,
everybody
he
remembers.
said Bill Belichick?
Yep. No, Bill Belichick. Bill
What is that?
Belichick.
Bill Belichick, like
Yeah,
cheating.
yeah. Bill Belichick, and it made it like, oh man, like Mike Shula's the GOAT. He's the all-time win leader in coaches. He's still up there. His record still stands. He's number one. So like when certain people talk, everything freezes and everybody listens. And I feel like when he said that, it gave people a validation to say, yeah, now I can go at him. I say that because Bill Polian is one of those people. He
Right.
just got he's I'm not gonna say he's too old because it's people who's old and still got sense and know what they talking about. That's why we call them OGs. But dogs. First, remember he's also the one that says Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver. How stupid does he look for that? And people forget about that. He got two MVPs at quarterback. Yeah, okay, cool. To me, in my opinion, you won a Super Bowl in Indianapolis. Ain't nobody talk about how you lost four in a row as a general manager in Buffalo. We don't talk about that though, right? Because they cursed forever. Ain't nobody talk about that though. So they
Well,
asked Bill Polian, "Hey, did you vote for him?" You know what he says? Oh, I don't remember. Yo,
uh,
Brody,
and for real,
come
like
on, come on, bro, come on, bro,
that's
come
what he
on, bro,
said.
come on,
Oh,
bro.
man,
He
what a
kept
bad.
changing their story. I didn't vote. I voted for him. Then they said, "Oh, I don't remember." Yo, bro, just say you don't like him. Just say you hold sour grapes. You're old school. You know what I'm saying? And this is the part that goes back to also having black coaches. You're old school. You know you didn't vote for him. They say, "Oh, you're not allowed to have your vote talked about and all that crap." That's what
Right,
I'm saying. Yeah, okay. You know what's the wrinkled thing about that though? With Jimmy Johnson, because you know Jimmy Johnson, that's his boy, Bill Belichick.
right.
He said something weird, which is funny. I forgot the other coach, but he said he went off. He said that Tony Dungy was actually the ones who first started that Spygate. Now that was funny and weird at the same time. It's like Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm taking the whole team down with me. Like it, it was like, whoa, Tony Dungy, where Tony Dungy come from? He goes, yeah, he was the one that started all this. He put us on the game.
Uh,
I said, oh, you haven't heard Tony Dungy not one word. He hasn't. Yo, bro, I haven't seen Tony Dungy. Yo, ever since that statement, I haven't seen an interview, a podcast, anything from Tony Dungy. It's almost like, nah, I'm staying away from that. I'm staying away from that. And I believe it. I believe it. You know, so you had Emmitt Smith, you had people come out, people from different organizations. It's like no owners is not gonna come out because they know better. But you know, Jim Johnson said he's not going to the Hall of Fame this year, so you're gonna wait till next year to put him in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? You didn't take Robert Kraft. You denied him again for whatever reasons. Maybe because the day he got caught, in a brothel or whatever. Like,
Robert Kraft might be in the Epstein report. You know,
nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
like you
Stay
said,
away
we
from
not
that. Stay
doing.
away from that. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. We're
Oh
gonna move
man,
on. We're gonna move
oh
on from that one.
man,
But
oh man. Hold on,
like,
there,
come
man.
on, man.
He
You
was
can't.
caught. Listen. He was caught up in that sting. Come on, you can't. He was caught up in that massage joint.
Yo,
So, you know,
bro, you
come
know
on,
how
man.
that go. You use a
Nah,
big
look,
name to get a
yo,
different. You use a big name.
it
He
was
was a
surveillance in the spot, and then my man was like, "Yo, you know who's in that spot, man?" He said, "Yo, it's Robert Kraft in that spot, man. He get the massage, man. What's going on here? Come on, stop it,
because
stop it."
that's what happens.
You
That's
know he's
exactly
wearing
how
those
it
Air
goes.
Force, and you know at one time he's wearing those Air Force Ones.
You
You
like
know,
those Air Force Ones. You love those
Kraft was really from Uptown, man. He's from Uptown, man. Come on, you know
from
he's from
uptown.
Uptown.
My man lost his wife. Like, give him a break, man.
Yeah,
Man
I
is
know.
almost
Yeah,
pushing
yeah,
87 years old. People going crazy over little things. It just goes to show you. But I actually was watching this the Super Bowl with Cardi B. He was on stage with Cardi B, living his life, living the best time of
yeah.
his life.
And he was like,
The
probably
hell with y'all.
he probably said, "Man, this is amazing. This
Yeah,
is
like the
amazing."
hell with y'all. Y'all won't put me in the Hall of Fame. Cool. But when you think about it, there's no owners who have gotten that all that substantial and all that achievement and not being in the Hall of Fame. And then the coach not in the Hall of Fame. Some people think they're gonna do that to Brady. If they do that to Brady, trust me, the Hall of Fame is gonna it's not It's not gonna hold no substance anymore. It's not gonna hold credibility if they try to pull that with Tom Brady. Some people say that if they do it with Tom Brady should come back out of retirement just to tell you they can never put him on there, which I kind of agree. Don't play with me. Don't play. You know what I mean? So it's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's definitely not a good look for the Hall of Fame for the committee.
It's not.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Belichick, not because of is like just hate on him because I know he's a hell of a coach, but I'm going to give him credit and credit is due. He was a winner, man. I mean, he's kicked the
He's a
Steelers
winner.
all the time, man. So I don't like him. I'm not a big fan of Brady either. But when it comes to acknowledging these guys and putting them in their place as far as legacy wise in this game, you got to put them there.
Got
Can't
to.
you know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. So yeah, I agree 100% without a doubt. But yeah, I was surprised to hear. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He's probably never gonna get another coaching job in the NFL. You know,
But that college coaching job was pretty fast, huh?
it's fast. It's just that he has to adjust to that. NIL. And then he does have a young lady. I'm not saying I ain't mad at him. Once again, I ain't mad at you. But what I'm saying is, um, keep her less off the limelight. Keep her less off the TV. You know what I'm saying?
She's a
You know what I'm
distraction.
saying? It was. She was on the field. It's almost like she was asking for pocket money one time. I made a joke like that. Like she came on the field to talk to him. Like, yo, dogs. Put your foot down, be like, yo, listen. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we talk about this later. Like, don't be coming on the field, on the side, talking. It is a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the type that don't believe in distractions. Is it a distraction? No. You talking about distraction. Yeah, it's a distraction. She ain't no ugly bird. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's not kid ourselves. She ain't no ugly bird. You know?
Oh,
And
nah, she.
yeah.
Listen,
Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not
we're
kid ourselves.
not kidding ourselves, and Belichick is that guy, man. Like I said, be personally, like I don't think I would have that dynamic in my relationship. Again, that young,
Like I said, it's like science film.